Kathy with Sovac City in College Station, Texas. And I just wanted to talk to y'all today about needles. Explain a little bit, and if any of y'all have taken my Stitchology or Learn to Stitch class at Sovac City, we offer them every other month. It'll teach you a little bit about needles, thread, and how to thread your sewing machine, even how to create a stitch book. Today I want to talk about needles, and I want to thank Schmitz because they offered a lot of information on their website. So I printed out some information so I could be as most accurate as I possibly could. So what I want to do is I want to point to their flyer right here, and they have it nice and color coded for you. And I wanted to point out that they're telling us that the 8012 is the most popular. Now, when you're looking at a needle, there's the 130, 125, that side is the metric measurement, and the other size is typically the American measurement or the European, imperial measurements. There's several things to talk about your needle. Let's start with the point. You either have a Microtex needle, which is extremely sharp, or a sharp needle on one side, and the other side of that spectrum is a ball needle for jerseys and knits and stretches and things like that. So in the middle, you have your universal. Most people sew with universal and never move off of it. Other people want a more perfect stitch for the things that they're doing. Or maybe they've heard somewhere that they should use a ball or they should use a Microtex. I say try them out. You'll find that you like to change needles, and you should be changing needles every 8 hours. Not 8 hours you were in your sewing room, but 8 hours of actual sewing, because your needles will get dull and need to be replaced from time to time. Okay, so the different anatomy of the needles, another different point is the back of the needle. The back of the needle on a normal sewing machine is flat, and that's so that it can be placed correctly in there and very easily in there. The normal sewing machine needle is a 130/705H. Crazy talk, but that's the industry standard. For a long time there was no standard, but they did get together and create some standards. So whenever you're buying a needle. All right, so we have another point of our needle, is the eye of the needle. Now, there are different types of needles that give you different eyes. One example is a regular needle has, just the normal eye. An embroidery needle would have a little bit bigger eye. And the reason for that is so that as the thread goes back and forth, and y'all have seen how fast it goes back and forth, it creates friction. It can warm up and it can split your thread. So you really want that bigger eye to help lessen that possibility. And your metallic needles have a bigger eye. So they all are designed, really every part of the needle is designed for what you're sewing and what you're wanting to sew. Also, I left out that the leather needle has like almost a knife at the bottom. I don't know if any of y'all have actually looked, but if you can look right here, it's not just your typical point. It's like it actually cuts, and that's what they say. It has a cutting point. So each needle does something different, and at Sovac, we do sell all different varieties of needles. So come on in. If you're confused, please don't be afraid to ask. We'd love to help you out. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.